It's time to make it. Just give it a try. 'Cause you can make it like the old fat guy.
Welcome to this episode of You Can Make It. Today, the old fat guy, me, is going to be making honey mustard barbecue chicken wings. They are absolutely delicious. They're perfect for a picnic. They're perfect for entertaining. They're perfect for your outdoor barbecue, and they can be cooked in the oven to have any night. So let's get right into making our wings. You're going to get a bit of extra recipes in this because the wings should be rubbed down with a chicken barbecue rub. Now you can go buy one, but I'm going to show you how I make my chicken barbecue rub. I just mix up some quite common household spices. I have 10 milliliters or 2 teaspoons of paprika, 8 milliliters or a teaspoon and a half of black pepper. I have 8 milliliters or a teaspoon and a half of garlic powder. I have 8 milliliters or a teaspoon and a half of onion powder. I have 5 milliliters or 1 teaspoon of dried rosemary, 5 milliliters or 1 teaspoon of dried thyme, 3 milliliters or about 2/3 of a teaspoon of kosher salt. I have 2 milliliters or about half a teaspoon of dried sage, and 1 milliliter or a 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne. Now I'll just put all those into a bowl and we'll mix them together. And there you have a nice chicken barbecue rub. As I say, if you just want to go to the store and buy a barbecue rub made for chicken, go ahead. But it's so easy to make, I don't see why you would. Now this will be more than we need for the chicken, but keep it around the house and use it the next time you're cooking chicken. So now that you've got it mixed up, the next thing we're going to make is a sauce. And surprise, surprise, it's going to be a honey mustard barbecue sauce to put on our chicken wings. And to make that, I'm just going to put several ingredients together. We're going to start off with 50 milliliters of honey, which is 1/4 of a cup. Now my honey's tended to crystallize a little bit here. I might have to throw this in the microwave for a second if it doesn't dissolve up, but we'll see how it goes. So there's the honey, and then I'm going to add 50 milliliters of prepared mustard, just yellow mustard like you'd get at the ballpark. And we'll add that to the honey. How surprising that there's honey and mustard in honey mustard barbecue sauce. There we go. And to that, I'm going to add 40 milliliters, which is about 3 tablespoons of barbecue sauce. Just use your favorite commercial barbecue sauce. There we go. And to that, I'm going to add 8 milliliters or a teaspoon and a half of buffalo wing sauce. Now, this is what determines the heat. And I'm making these ones quite mild. You can go up to 3 or 4 times as much if you like a really spicy wing. But I like mine a little milder, so I'm just going to use a teaspoon and a half of buffalo wing sauce. Just give it a little bit of spice. And to that we're going to add 3 milliliters of onion powder and 3 milliliters of garlic powder. That's about 2/3 of a teaspoon of each. And just add that to the sauce. And then we'll just stir it up. And as I say, my honey was a little crystallized. We'll see if it dissolves easily. Now it's going okay. And this also will make a little bit more than you need for the recipe, but it's good just used as a barbecue sauce and anything else you're cooking as well. And so now we've made up our honey mustard barbecue sauce. And just a little bit of, there we go, just a little lump of garlic powder. And we'll set that aside. So what we're going to do is bring our wings into play now. And what we want to do is to put some rub on the wings. So just take some of the rub in your fingers and hold it up a good 10 or 12 inches above, and you'll get an easier and more even spread on your wings. So just give them a good dusting of the rub. Now, I'm going to have to flip these wings, and I want you to notice something. I'm going to flip them with my left hand because the hand that touched the chicken can't touch the rub, or the rub gets contaminated. So I'll use my left hand to flip, and I'll spread the rub with my right hand. So the two shall never meet. And now this hand hasn't touched the chicken, so I can use it to sprinkle some more rub. And there we go. Now, there's 3 ways you can cook these chicken wings. You can put them in a 350-degree oven, or you can put them in a 350-degree smoker, or you can cook them over a medium-low flame on your barbecue. I'm going to do half in my smoker by cooking them at 350 degrees and half on my grill, so you can see both methods. I'll see you outside. I'm out at my smoker, and I'm just going to put the wings in at 350 degrees for 25 minutes. So let's just fire them on in. Now, I'm only going to put half the wings in, and I'll do the other half on my barbecue gas grill. We'll see you back in 25 minutes. The chicken wings have been cooking for 25 minutes in my smoker, and now we're just going to give them a quick turn so they'll get a good even browning. Now that they're turned, we're just going to give them another 25 minutes in the smoker. But I promised to show you how to do them in a smoker or on a gas grill. Now I've turned my gas grill on with the flame at about medium-low, just a little bit below medium. And I'm just going to put the other half of the wings on the grill. Now these will cook faster than the ones in the smoker will, because they got direct heat. And we'll want to turn them fairly often so we don't overchar or brown them. So as I say, about medium-low flame, and about every 5 minutes, you just want to have a look at them, give them a turn, and keep doing that. Now, if your barbecue tends to stick, a trick that you can do is to just take some oil on a paper towel and rub the grills like that. And if you do that, your chicken will tend not to stick. I should have done that first, but I forgot. There we go. A little bit more oil and give the grill a rub. So we'll check these again in about 5 minutes. The chicken wings have been cooking for about 5 minutes, so we're just going to give them a little turn. And you can see they're starting to brown up nicely. And you'll notice they don't stick. We'll brown them up for about 5 minutes, and then we'll start testing the internal temperature to get them up to about 170 at least. See you in a few minutes. I've given the chicken wings another 5 minutes, and you'll see they're getting some nice browning and some nice crisping on both sides if we flip them over. So what we got to do at this point is, they won't quite be ready, but we'll just take a test. And those are about 153, 155, so that's going to be at least another 5 minutes. But you don't want to over brown them. So any that are well browned, like that one's got quite a bit of char on it, put it up on this top rack to continue cooking, but not charred. This one can flip easily because there's not much char on that one. This one also doesn't have a lot of char on it, so we'll flip it. But any that are already looking the color that you want are going to go up on the top. You can see this one's got a lot of char, so we're going to put it up top. And we'll give it another 5 minutes. The chicken's gone for another 5 minutes, and as you can see, nice char marks, good browning all the way around on it. We'll just throw our temperature thermometer in here. It's 167. You want it 165 to 170. And just try another one to make sure. 190, that one's good. So we're all well over 170 or in that range. So what we're going to do now is we're going to give those just a quick glaze of that sauce we made up. So we're going to take some of the honey mustard barbecue sauce, and you want a really thin layer. Very thin. Because what we're doing is we're putting a glaze on it that will make this sauce stick better when we take it inside and toss it in the sauce. So just a thin layer on all of the chicken wings, including the ones, of course, up here. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to turn them all onto the top rack and brush the other side. I'm sorry, but I'm getting really hungry already. I don't know about you guys. So we'll just give the other side a brush, and then we want to let it sit for 5 to 10 minutes just for that glazing to get a little bit sticky. a little caramelized. There we go. So we'll let them sit for 5, maybe 7 or 8 minutes, just to let that caramelize on the surface. We've finished our wings on the grill, and the wings in the smoker have been in there for 25 minutes. And you can see they're a really nice color. And just like the wings in the grill though, we need to give them a light glaze of the honey mustard barbecue sauce. So we'll give them a glaze on this side. And we'll flip them over and glaze the other side. And we'll just give them 5 to 10 minutes for that glaze to caramelize. And then we're going to take the wings from here and our barbecue grill inside to give them a final toss in the sauce. We've cooked half the chicken wings on the grill and half in the smoker, so now we just got to put a final layer of sauce on them. So I'll start off with the ones I did in the grill, and you can see the ones from the grill have a few char marks, whereas the ones from the smoker don't have as many. But these will tend to be a bit drier skinned and crispier. It's just a matter of personal preference. What we're going to do is take about 12 of the wings at a time and just put them in a big bowl and then pour the sauce over them. And once we've got the sauce poured over them, we're just going to toss them around in the sauce to give them a final coating. And we'll take those out and put them back on the plate. You see how they're nice and glistening? And then what we'll do is take the final 12 wings and put them in the sauce and give them a toss around. Now, you'll see the sauce sticks to them really well because we put that glaze on and let it caramelize a bit out in the smoker. In the meantime, these are looking awfully good. There we are. And this is the time when I feel so sorry for you people because I get to taste these and you don't. We'll start off with one of the ones from the grill, from the gas grill. Sweet, spicy, skin is wonderful. A little bit of char gives it some deep flavor. This is a really delicious wing. However, not to be outdone, we better try one from the smoker just to make sure they're okay. crispier skin. The rub comes through a little bit more with your flavor in that. Still has that sweet, hot, spicy taste. These are both absolutely fantastic wings, and of course, you got to remember, you can make it.
I have a good woman, I ain't good looking, but I do some cooking, I'm the old fat guy. So use that oven if you want some lovin', be like the old fat guy. Be like the old fat guy.